Hey guys, it's Ridge from Ridgeborne Outdoors here. Today we're taking a look at the OpenRoad 270-degree awning. In this video, I'm going to walk you through just basic installation and basic operations of the awning itself. If you're thinking about picking one of these up, hopefully this video answers a few of your questions before you pull the trigger on this bad Larry. Right off the bat, I did have to order a set of aftermarket mounting bolts. I am running the Yakima Overhaul HD rack setup with the T-slot mount, so I did have to order some T-slot bolts as the ones that came with the awning did not fit mine. I will link those along with the awning itself down in the description if you're interested. One thing off the bat I do want to mention, and I believe I mentioned at the end of the video here, that the manual and unboxing felt kind of rushed and didn't seem too professional. I also want to be clear that I do not believe you can give a complete review of the product just after a few days. This video is really a first look and installation review. Like I said, super basic. The real test comes after months or even a year or two of camping, road trips, wind, rain, and everyday use. As I continue using the awning, I will be posting YouTube shorts and follow-up videos covering anything I find, whether it's good, bad, or somewhere in between. My goal is to give you an honest, long-term review so you can decide if it's the right awning for your setup. With that said, let's get into the install. Alright guys, now we're here back in the driveway. Here's everything that we're going to be using to install the awning onto the truck. Apologize for the wind. It is a little bit windy. I do have the windshield on, so hopefully that's helping. But here's the brackets. Right here, we got the bolts that came with it. And here are the aftermarket bolts that I got off Amazon. They're M8 by 30 bolts, so these should be plenty strong to hold the awning up. Just got my wrench and sockets there, and then we're going to throw some medium strength thread locker on there. I think I will later on order some anti-theft bolts just to prevent somebody taking it for when we're leaving it overnight in like a trailhead parking lot. But here's the awning, and let's throw it on the truck. All right, we're back up on the truck here. I got it halfway mounted. These aren't tightened down by any means, but just to show you guys how it looks, you can either go with the L facing up or down on these T-slots with the racks that have a little overhang here, and there's really nothing in the way. But if from in the instructions and the videos that they have for you, I've seen it both ways. This is what it looks like. I'm going with 3 mounting points just for extra strength and durability. Don't have to worry about it coming loose or none of that. But we'll go back here to the back of the truck and just get a quick look at what it looks like. Here's the T-slot bolts, just square, and we got the slide in here. And on the Yakima Overhaul HD, they do have these end caps here. I just took them off because there's a little the plastic creates a little lip here, and then the bracket was not going to be able to sit flush along the top of the rack, so I just popped it off so it sits nice and flush. But here's the bolts. Essentially, once you get them on like that, you're just going to throw this over it as such, just like that. Move it in closer. Super easy to move around. I'm doing it with one hand right now. The only thing that you're really gonna have to worry about once you get it on is just measuring how much hang off you have here, just so it's nice and level going from bracket to bracket. And also it does have a little bit of play going like this, so just making sure. I'm just gonna get them hand tight. After they're hand tight, I'm then gonna get the awning, throw it on, make sure everything's level, and then just crank them down with the Loctite just to set them in. But yeah, let's get into throwing the awning on. All right, guys, here we are with the awning still on the ground. Just wanted to show you the mounting system they had going on the awning here. We got these center openings here that the T-bolts just slide into, and here they are slide in. They move very freely, obviously not twisting. These ones fit perfectly. and they come out right here. Should go right in. I'm just preloading them. I'm gonna go get my wife to help me out. I'm gonna hold it up while she tightens up the bolts so we can get her on. Just throwing this on, like, very curious as to what this middle one is primarily used for. I wouldn't feel comfortable just mounting it on one singular track. So just curious on what the thought process was there, because the gap here, they only have 4 holes on there, and the gaps only reach between these top 2 ones here. And this one's in no man's land. And so if you try to move it down, you couldn't get these 2 together or these together. You'd have to drill into the bracket itself. So maybe that's what they'd do it for, just for those special cases. But so far, pretty straightforward. The nuts that come with it have the nylon insert there. So thread locker, probably won't need them. I have had bolts like these fail on me before, so I'm just going to throw it on just in case, but you may not need to if you don't have it. But yeah, let's throw on the truck. All right, guys, here she is on the truck. She looks good. I was very pleased with the whole install process. Very simple, very easy, and very sturdy. I'm not going to have any issues with it, I don't think. We'll hop up on the bed so we can get a better look. Here she is, all mounted up. For the install, I just had my wife up in the bed, and then I was holding up the awning. The only problem we had was our driveway's kind of steep, so the bolts just kept sliding down, and we had to keep readjusting, but that wasn't really that big of a deal. Other than that, super easy install. Like I said, these nuts have the nylon inserts, so I only put thread locker on 2 on each, just for a fail-safe there. All these have thread locker on them. This thing's sturdy, man. It's not going anywhere. And just having the T-slots to install, just holy crap, it made everything so much easier. I've seen videos of dudes having to drill. Just an extra step and all, but this install was very smooth. I don't have any issues with it. I don't think it's going anywhere. But let's open her up and see how she actually works. All right, guys, here she is up on the truck in all her glory. Let's get her opened up here at this park. Zippers are here in the back just to help reduce any rain, dirt, whatever may be sneaking its way in from the front as you're driving. Initial open, this drops down. I've been stuffing the ratchet strap in here. It has been on the truck for a few days. We have had a lot of rain, so this will also be a test to see how much water got in through the zipper. These 3 straps here. As you can see, I just kind of roll her up. She plops right down. Let me get the ratchet strap here. I just hook her on up here. Actually, other side first. Got a little wind also. Get to see how she handles it. But here's the initial open. Boom. Yep. And then we just grab this here. I got this handy dandy hook right there, good spot. And then you just cinch her down nice and tight. She's got good wobble, but man, here she is. We've been enjoying her. Haven't had too much use out of her yet. We've been pretty busy, but yeah, each supporting arm has a leg that comes down out like that. This one's a little squeaky. That's all right. Definitely helps with the wind there. So there's 4 total, these legs. We got 3 total light bars here, just in the center ones. It comes with this cable right here that runs off a USB 3. So I've been actually just powering the lights off of a portable charger that I've used in the past to charge my phone. But you just got these 3 inserts right here to run off, to plug into the lights. I think it's made out of some aluminum. I just need to look at the spec sheets. I don't know for sure exactly what it is, but does sound hollow there, hollow on the frame as well. I'm not too concerned about the supporting arms. I think the first thing that's going to go are going to be these legs. They don't feel the most sturdy and the most well made. And it does come with an option for the outer shell. I'm sure if you've been looking on their website, you've seen it, but I did not get that. I wasn't going to worry about it because you can order it separately. So maybe later down the road, if this thing is, you know, withstanding the test of time and we want to put it to test even more, then we'll get that. But, you know, so far so good. I did open it up in the rain. It was repelling the water quite nicely. It wasn't heavy rain, so I didn't really need to deploy this or anything, but that's just to give it a little more elevation to give the water somewhere to run. And then you got these tie downs out here to cinch it down right here, and then it just funnels the water off quite nicely. I do like the fact that you can move this anywhere you want. So if you're like cooking over here, or in the future I'm gonna get some molly panels to go in between here, like I can put stuff up here, whatever it may be. If I'm cooking under here and I got my cooking stuff up on the molly, I can move that either left or right to get it out of the way. But yeah, let's wait till the sun goes down and then you guys can get a look at the lights. But so far so good. I'm digging it. All right, see you when the sun goes down. All right guys, here we are outside with the lights on her. She's looking good. This is the white light setting. This is the second setting in the light cycle for the lights here. We'll run through it right quick. So after the white goes to warm. After warm, it's off. Then it goes to amber. And with these lights, they have memory. So let's just go to the white light. You press and hold to dim it. Dim, that one stays bright. They each have their own individual input, so it makes it easy. Warm is bright, amber is still bright, and then it goes back to the dim white. So, you know, at nighttime you can set them all to dim, so whoever's operating it doesn't flashbang everybody. Turn it back. Here are the inputs for the power, and we are just running her off of a portable charger here. Nothing crazy. I think the lights draw 1 watt of power each. I'm impressed with the lighting situation. It just adds that much extra to the awning itself. Adds so much more value to have onboard lighting and not needing to wear a headlamp when, you know, moving out and about under this thing at night. But, you know, ending remarks for the overall review. Great product for the price. I don't think you can go wrong with this. I think it's going to last a while. Obviously, each product has their certain things that are going to go first, but that's with every product. And I think these guys are only a couple years old, and just pushing out the product to customers who can beat on them and test them for you, just to refine the product. And hopefully, you know, OpenRoad listens to their consumers and makes improvements off of it. But yeah, for the price, I don't think you can go wrong. The only thing I will say is the unboxing and like the user manuals and all that. I think it could be more fleshed out, more professional. Didn't really scream professionalism when doing that, and that alone can go a long way. Can definitely build confidence with the consumer base just from the box opening. Really, that speaks a lot about a company. You know, putting time and thought into the little things, and obviously, I have faith that these guys will, and they'll listen to the consumer base. But yeah, all in all, I think this is a great awning, and I hope this video, you know, helps you make your decision on whether to pass or to buy it. But hopefully there'll be more videos to come on this awning, and hopefully the review can get extended, because I don't think a review's done until a couple years when this thing's been beaten into the ground. But again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever it may be.